What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. So we got Floyd Schofield in the news. This is a statement made by Oscar De La Hoya, or Golden Boy, should I say. It says, on Thursday, October 23rd, Floyd Schofield sustained a grade 2 sprain to his wrist, which included minor ligament damage following medical evaluation. And on the advice of his team, Schofield has been forced to withdraw from his scheduled bout against Jo Jo Diaz on Saturday, November 8th, which is the best day of the year because that is my birthday. Golden Boy wishes him a full and speedy recovery. All right. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. First and foremost, I wish Floyd Schofield a speedy recovery. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I actually forgot the dude was fighting on the undercard, bro. And it's funny because November 8th is my birthday, right? So I was thinking of something of what I wanted to do for my birthday and everything like that. And it was and I'm sitting here thinking like, man, at the end I wouldn't mind ending my night watching a boxing match or whatnot, because I don't go out no more. I'm finna be 35 years old, bro. Like I done had all my fun, like way a lot more fun than what the average person that had in their lifetime. So it's like, bro, my fun is just spending time with my kids, and that's it. So it's like I was saying, like I wouldn't mind ending the night watching some boxing or whatnot, but I was thinking, like, it's Erickson Lubin or whatnot, so I would want to watch that. But I actually forgot. I said all that to say this, like, I forgot that Floyd Schofield was even was supposed to be fighting Jo Jo Diaz that same night. So it was like, bro, it when I heard this news, it didn't like let me down. Like normally I would be let down with some news like that, because this was a interesting fight. You know what I'm saying? Jo Jo Diaz obviously lost his last fight against Regis Prograis, but many people thought he won that fight, and that fight was at 140. So it would have just been interesting to see what what Floyd Schofield could have done. But because I forgot that he was fighting, I'm not even let down. Now, what I do want to talk about, I saw the interview with Floyd Schofield Sr. and Floyd Schofield Jr. Now, a lot of people don't like Floyd Schofield Sr. and it's reasonable, but I've never had an issue with Floyd Schofield Sr. I actually like him. I didn't have a father growing up, bro. So it's like I always thought it was dope as hell to have like a father like that backs you and supports you the way like Floyd Schofield Sr. does, the way Angel does with Danny Garcia, especially the way Bill Haney does with Devin Haney. I always wanted that, and I always thought that was a great thing. So I've always admired Floyd Schofield Sr. because I admire any man that raises his son and steps and backs his son the way they do. However, it's certain things that I didn't like that he said about Shakur that I'm gonna get into. But first and foremost, let me just state this here, right? Now, a lot of people, are kind of looking at Floyd Schofield kind of funny, because if you guys remember, Floyd Schofield was actually supposed to fight Shakur Stevenson early this year. The week of the fight, he pulled out with the illness or whatnot, and some people were speculating that was like it wasn't legit. Others, I don't know. According to Floyd Schofield Sr., they didn't even pull out of the fight. The Turkey they made them step away from the fight or whatnot. But this is not the first time. That's not even the first time he pulled out. If you guys actually remember, Floyd Schofield was actually supposed to fight Ashton H2O Silva, and he had to pull out of that. So what I'm saying, where I'm going at with that is it has to be a tough road for Floyd Schofield, man. It's having to deal with all these, but this is part of the sport. Now, people are gonna question it, right? People are gonna question it, but here's the thing, bro. I would rather you pull out of the fight, because here's the thing that sucks, and this is what you got to realize as a fighter. You have to do these things for yourself, because had Floyd Schofield got in there with Jo Jo Diaz, right, with a messed up wrist, and he lost the fight, right, I guarantee you, and anybody on here can attest to this, whether you are a Floyd Schofield hater or a lover, bro, you have no choice but to back this up. I guarantee you, if Floyd Schofield would have lost and been like, well, I had a wrist injury, my wrist has not been acting right, I guarantee you everybody would be like, oh, that's an excuse. That's an excuse. So it's like, bro, you have to really put yourself inside of a fighter's shoes and think about it. Like, bro, if I go in here and I know I'm not 100%, my wrist is messed up and I lose this fight, even if the proof is there that I'm not even throwing this hand a lot, people are gonna still look at it like, well, you should have pulled out. You still stepped in there. You should have pulled out or whatnot. So that's an excuse or whatever. I will never forget this, bro. When Tank Davis fought Isaac Cruz, bro, it was so clear and evident that Tank was only fighting with one hand, bro. That Isaac Cruz even stated it in the post-fight, not post-fight conference, but the post-fight interview when they was in the ring. I think it was Steve Farhood had asked him, did he notice that he was fighting with one hand? And even Isaac was like, yes, he did notice that or whatnot. But yet people still want to say, oh, that Tank had a close fight. Isaac should have beaten him, like, oh, and all that. But not even acknowledging the fact that Tank was fighting with one hand because he messed up his other hand and beat Isaac or whatnot. So it's like, bro, you have, as a fighter, you have an obligation. You always, I never want to make it seem like the fans are not important, because obviously none of this would be here without the fans, right? But at the same time, at this point, bro, you have to really look at the totality of things, and you have to do what's best for you and your team. It would not make no sense for Floyd Schofield to fight knowing that he's injured, bro. And then a guy like Jo Jo Diaz, bro, no matter how, obviously I don't think anybody would think that this is a prime Jo Jo Diaz, but at the same time, or at the end of the day, Jo Jo Diaz is still a dangerous fighter. He's a sworn fighter. You're not just finna get in there and, like, if you want to know how good you are, Jo Jo Diaz is the guy to find out, because he's gonna give you every answer to every question that you have about yourself, and you're gonna find out a lot about yourself in there with Jo Jo Diaz, somebody that's just coming to fight or whatnot. Not the most skillful at all by far, but he's definitely gonna be there. He's durable, and he's not there to lay down for anybody. So I as frustrating as this may be, I don't think it's fair for people to say, oh, he's pulled out another, like, bro, yes, he's doing what's best for him at the end of the day, because you also have to remember, as fans, this is boxing, bro. These new age fans are not like the fans of yesteryear, I'm not even gonna say that. American boxing fans are not like the fans of yesteryear, because in any other country, bro, you can lose and they still gonna support you. Hell, Tim Tszyu still fights on pay-per-view down in Australia, and he done got clocked around about 2 or 3 times, bro. Derek Chisora has like 13 losses, and you see how big he is over there in the UK. Anthony Joshua can lose back to get KO'd and everything. He's still huge over there in the UK. American boxing fans are the only fan. Like, to me, I'm just keeping it a buck here. People might not want to hear it, because obviously I'm American too. But American boxing fans are some of the worst boxing fans out there, if I'm just keeping it a buck, bro. Mexico, bro, they fighters, bro. Juan Manuel Marquez can lose back to back, and he'll still go out there and sell out an event because they support their fighters. America is not like that, because boxing is not the front runner over here. Even though boxing is huge, like probably America has the biggest history when it comes to boxing as far as fighters goes and everything like that. But it's like, bro, it's not like American boxing fans are just, like I said, some of the worst boxing fans out there, bro. I'm just keeping it a buck. With double standards, with how we do our own fighters, it's just ridiculous or whatnot, bro. You got some Americans, or a lot of Americans actually, that will, go for foreigners before going for their own. I'm just keeping it a buck here. So that's why guys like Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson or Jerron Boots Ennis or any of our fighters, bro, if we lose once, they try to write us off. It sucks, So you guys have to understand that. So with that being said, if Floyd Schofield was to come in there and fight and lose, bro, everybody would be calling him a hype job. He would be getting just negative messages on Instagram, which I never understood that, bro. I never understood, what is the point of following fighters just to comment negative things? Like, bro, do you know how pathetic your life has to be to do that? Like, if I'm not a fan of a fighter, I'm not going to follow no fighter I'm a fan of, right? It's just, if you check my Instagram account, Mamba for Life 08, I'm sorry. If you check my Instagram account, like, bro, I don't follow no fighters that I'm not a fan of, bro. What is the point of that? Like, I don't get that, just to comment negative stuff. Like, if you guys look at, like, I remember Deontay Wilder had it bad. Like, people would just, and even if they don't follow him, like, why are you even, like, searching him up or looking for his post, or anytime you see a post you feel the need to post something negative like that, to me it just shows how sad your life is. Like, you gotta have a pathetic life to do stuff like that, bro. It is a lot of fans that does things like that or whatnot. So I'm not mad at Floyd Schofield. He's doing what's best for him. He stated that he has a fight coming up. He's fighting the winner of Andy Cruz and Moratav or whatnot, so I'll be looking forward to that. I will say but one thing I was talking about what Floyd Schofield said about Shakur, I didn't like, bro. Y'all gotta stop with this whole Shakur is running. He's gonna run the 140. Like, bro, at the end of the day, man, y'all had the opportunity to fight him. You guys had to pull out for your reasons or whatnot. So you can't keep on like trying to make these comments towards Shakur when y'all were supposed to fight in the week of the fight. Y'all are the reason why the fight didn't happen. So you can't like that. For me, I don't like when people do that, bro. You had the opportunity to fight this man. It's kind of like what Big Baby Miller does with Anthony Joshua. It's like, bro, you sitting here criticizing this man, but yet you're the reason why the fight didn't happen. I just don't like when people do that stuff. It is what it is on that. But aside from that, everything else, bro, I think Floyd Schofield is a legitimate, well-spoken young man, bro. I have high hopes for him, and I hope he does well. I hope he recovers and, returns. I think they said they want to fight Jo Jo Diaz, but he's supposed to fight the winner of what I just stated earlier. So anyways, say speedy recovery. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?